1, 2, 3.
What up?
What up, kings and queens? Got it? What up, kings and kings?
What up, kings and queens?
I'm her husband, ROJAY.
And I'm his wife, SHIY. Oh, God.
You said you was going to say, and you are too... She told me before we started this that she was going to say that.
Okay.
I feel it coming. You ready?
I have something on too. I'm ready.
ROJAY is the way you say it.
I wish that I had
A perfect man.
with no problems or mistakes.
A perfect man.
Every day is always great.
A perfect man.
I wish I had a perfect marriage.
What up, kings and queens?
I'm her husband, ROJAY.
And I'm his wife, SHIY. And today you tuned into another episode of A Perfect Marriage,
where we remind you that there's no such thing
as a perfect marriage.
Tonight or today, whenever you're watching this or listening to this, we're going to talk about love.
Love. Yes.
It's a powerful word. It only has 4 letters, but it means a lot to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
God is love, babe.
Absolutely.
So we must love. We walk in the image of God, we must love, right?
That's right.
But we all have different definitions of what love means.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have different ways to show it, right?
That's right.
So, babe, what do you feel like love means?
That's a good question. To be honest.
Sorry, go. Be honest.
No, to be honest, I believe that love in its purest form means only 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
And that is communication and sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. That's a big word.
Yes.
Sacrifice is a huge word.
Yes.
Now, could you talk about communication and sacrifice?
Okay. In any type of relationship, the most important thing is communication and sacrifice. And the reason why I say that is because you have to communicate what you think, what you want, your vision, what you see as far as our relationship is concerned, my expectations of you, your expectations of me. And I think that's very important because if not, we'll be lost, and then I won't know what you're thinking, you won't know what I'm thinking. And that's one reason why I think communication is key and one of the most important things when it comes to love. Sacrifice, that's the biggest one.
Yeah, that's a big word.
When you go into a business, marriage, relationship, you sacrifice sleep, you sacrifice time, you sacrifice hanging out, going to the bar at night, you sacrifice a lot. But in love and in relationships, once you come together and once you become a union and you become one, like you said once before, ROJAY, you said everything is we. And once you commit to each other, regardless of what type of relationship it is, you have to sacrifice.
Right. And the moment you make a commitment to somebody, in order for it to be a healthy relationship, a part of you has to die. And you have to take on a part of yourself that accommodates facilitating a healthy relationship. What is that? How can you say you love somebody and you're not willing to sacrifice playtime to spend quality time? So yeah, the sacrifice is important.
Right. Like you just recently made a major sacrifice for our relationship.
Oh, you mean tell them about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had this big discussion argument about not hearing each other, and she was like, "Well, we've been married all this time, and you don't really show me any affection." And she's been saying this for a long time, but I just won't listen. I was doing what I was doing. It didn't matter. To be honest, if I be honest, I heard what she was saying, but I didn't care enough about it at the time to shift my behavior. But recently, I've just kind of been like, you know what? I want to make it my business to be a better husband to my wife. So this particular time, this had to be either last night or the night before.
It was the night before last.
So we're sitting here, so we're going back and forth, yada yada yada. She like, you're not affectionate. I need affection all day. 90% of the time I need affection. I'm like, so this particular time, the argument got really heated, and I'm sitting there, and in my mind I'm kind of like, you know what? I could either respond to her and say, hey, this is just who I am. I ain't never been affectionate, so this is who I am. Or I can say, you know what? I made a commitment to her, so it is my obligation. It is my responsibility to figure out how to accommodate her needs. So I made the conscious decision to get my cell phone and set an alarm every 2 hours, every day, to make sure that I'm reminded to show her the affection she needs. So what am I trying to say? Some sacrifices that you make for love are not necessarily going to agree with who you naturally are, but that's what makes it a sacrifice. You shift who you've always been to become the version of yourself that's better for the commitment you made.
Right. Yeah, that was good.
And that's just
good.
what I decided to do. And what was the other one you talking about? Sacrifice and
Communication.
Okay, this is important.
That's you.
Let me tell you why communication is important. Everybody shows love different, and everybody receives love different. For some people, buying them a gift shows them that you love them. For some people, having a conversation is showing them that you love them. For some people, just a rub on the shoulder, or just yeah, or just like a knee rub, or pat on the back, or
ouch.
Or that was heavy. So the first one was ooh, and the second one was ow. Got you. So yeah, like for some people, love is expressed and received different. So it's important that you communicate so that your partner, your significant other, knows what you need to feel loved. The reason why communication is important is because you can't give a person the love that you expect. You got to give the person the love that shows them that they're loved. So everybody do this. Think about it and ask yourself, or if you're talking to your mama, your daddy, your spouse, your child, first communicate what you feel love is, or what can a person do or say to make sure that you feel loved. And then in return, once that person tells you, be open to make the sacrifice so that they feel loved.
Absolutely.
What you think, baby?
I think once you do those things, you'll then be able to create your own love language between, you and your spouse, or you and your partner, or your significant other. Your
mama or your dad. This is a marriage podcast, but some parents don't know how to show their children love because they pour all their insecurities or frustrations on them and never see their child as a human to say, you know what can I do to make sure that you feel loved? Yes, I may be providing a roof, but that may not be enough.
Yeah.
Yes, I may be taking you out of school and buying you stuff from the mall, but that might not be enough. So it's for everybody.
Yeah.
God is love. So we must love.
We must love. So in the comments, just let us know
what love means to you. Ooh. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Snapchat at ROJAY. That is ROJAYXSHIY. Just in case y'all can't spell. But I know y'all can spell. Yeah, both our names end with a Y. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh. All right, well.
Peace. Put the peace on me.
When no problems
Why are we doing this?
every day.